We are again back with our lesson Geography for Standard 10. Hope you are all keeping well, doing well, having enough rest, and doing some studies. We are trying all our best to help you out. Today onwards, I'll be also attaching the text that I am going to give as a part of educational lecture. So you will get in the assignment page itself the text that we are going to discuss, that also you will get it. So today we will highlight the follow-up of the soil chapter, soil resources, red soil and laterite soil. We will follow the same formula. How is it formed? Where is it found? Locate in the soil map. This is the map. Locate in the soil map. Characteristics of the red soil, the crops that grow in the soil, and red soil is also associated with the dry farming. The same thing applies with the laterite soil also, same formula. So let's go and highlight on the first topic of today, that is the red soil. How is red soil formed? Red soil is associated with igneous or metamorphic rocks. Now, they are not directly igneous or metamorphic rocks. They are the withered part of. So, red soil is formed by the withering of old and crystalline igneous and metamorphic rocks. It is rich in iron oxide, remember iron oxide, and hence it appears red in color. We ask you often the question, why red soil is red? It is all because it contains high quantity of iron oxide, okay, and due to which this soil is red in color. Which part of India, rather which parts of India red soil is found? These soils are mostly occur in the regions of low rainfall like Deccan Plateau. Remember Deccan Plateau, during the monsoon season it is in the rain shadow of the Western Ghat. Therefore the rainfall is little. These soils are spread also on almost the whole of Tamil Nadu. There are other regions where red soils are also found. It is in Karnataka, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, and Chota Nagpur Plateau. Some parts of Dhanbad may not be directly, but remember we are also part of this kind of soil. Then we have also in parts of South Bihar, West Bengal, Uttar Pradesh, Aravallis and eastern half of Rajasthan. But remember the major part is in the first line is we have given, that is in the mainly in the Deccan Plateau. Let us see in the soil map. This is the red soil. The red soil. Okay. So eastern side of this Deccan Plateau, and this is very much well spread. Remember this kind of map is always required because for the map pointing this comes. What are the special characteristics of red soil? First of all, the texture of this soil can vary from sand to clay, the majority being loams. Red soil can be loamy soil. On the uplands, the red soils are poor. Gravelly means lots of gravel. Gravel means stones, pebbles, etc. And porous means the water cannot stand. It all percolates. But in the lower areas, they are rich, deep, dark and fertile. What are the chemicals compositions of the red soil? Well, they are poor in lime, magnesia, phosphates, nitrogen and humus. That means they are poor soil, not fertile soil. On the other hand, they are fairly rich in potash and potassium. Definitely we should know very concretely the color of the red soil. While the color of the red soil, it is all because of the presence of the iron oxide. Presence of the iron oxide. In oxidizing conditions, rust or iron oxide develops in the clay when the soil is present above the water level, giving the soil characteristics of reddish in color. What are the crops that grow in red soil? While red soil is infertile, not so fertile like alluvial soil, but with the proper doses of fertilizers and good amount of supply of irrigation, the red soils can give excellent yields of cotton, wheat, rice, pulses, millets, tobacco, oilseeds, potato, maize, groundnut, and orchards fruits. Now, red soil is associated with dry farming. What is dry farming? We have already discussed earlier. Let us repeat again. Dry farming is a type of farming normally takes place in the regions where rainfall is inadequate. It means rainfall is not good. At the same time, irrigation facilities are also not supplied or available properly. So in these areas, farming is done under the method of dry farming, where they plant drought resistant crops. That means in the dry season also, or dry land also, it can grow. Its productivity increases or can increase by or with regular use of fertilizers. Needless to say, if we can supply some irrigation. Now this is a pic of your red soil, and can you identify or recognize what is the crop here? Can you identify what is the crop here? This is maize. It doesn't mean that maize grows well in the red soil. It is all because red soil is not good for some other good crops. So that's why maize is grown in the, it's called as a dry farming cultivation in the red soil. Our next main soil is the laterite soil. India has got many other types of soil, but we have got main 4 types of soil: alluvial, black soil, red soil, and laterite soil. So how is laterite soil formed? We will not ask you what is laterite soil. We will say how is laterite soil formed, or how is alluvial soil formed, etc. So the word laterite has been derived from the Latin word means brick. Brick. What does it mean? That means laterite soil is formed under conditions of heavy rainfall. Now heavy rainfall and soil, what happened? During the heavy rainfall, what happens when it falls over a region, then the top soil or the top part of the soil gets drained out. So that's why we say under the heavy conditions of heavy rainfall, with alternate wet and dry periods and high temperature. So there is rainfall, soil gets wet. There is high temperature, soil gets dry up. What happened? The soil breaks, and of course the erosion takes place. And a particular term that we use is called leaching. Leaching, that means top part of the soil gets removed, and what after that, the next layer remains as a soil is known as the laterite soil. So often we say the laterite soil is a leached soil. Leached, L-E-A-C-H-E-D, leached soil. It's after the top part of the soil leaving only the oxides of aluminium and iron. So laterite soil also looks little reddish. Where is the laterite soil found in India? Well, laterite soil are mainly found on the summits of Western Ghats, Eastern Ghats, Rajmahal Hills, Vindhyas, Satpuras and Malabar Plateau. So you can conclude one thing. They are very close to the hills. So this is our India map. You can say the Western Ghat. Okay. This is Western Ghat. This is laterite soil. This one. See the star. This is here. This is the laterite soil. And here also little bit here. So these are the parts. This is the laterite soil. Then here this part also little bit. They also occur at lower levels in the valleys in several other parts of the country. They are well developed in South Maharashtra, parts of Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, West Bengal, Kerala, Jharkhand, Assam and Meghalaya. So many names are there, but it is better to give these kind of names at the summit of Western Ghats, at the summit of Eastern Ghats, or at the summit of Rajmahal Hills. That will be better. Characteristics of laterite soil. It is formed as a result of high leaching. I told you earlier, laterite soil is equal to leached soil. Laterite soil cannot retain or keep moisture. It is high content of acidity. Lime and silica will be leached away from the soil. Therefore, soil becomes infertile. Organic matters are removed. So no humus, no organic matter, and that is removed fast by the bacteria too. So therefore humus content is very low. But it is rich in iron and aluminium is one of the reasons. Also the aluminium laterite soil also because of the iron content also looks little reddish. But it is not red soil. Red noise. It's brick color, it may be possible. Deficient in nitrogen, potassium, lime and humus. Its color is red color due to the iron oxide, but it is not equal to red soil. Red soil is different entirely. Red soil is purely red. This is reddish. Okay. Yet, this soil is fitting. Irrigation and proper use of fertilizer can yield some good crops. The soil is one of the important sources of building material. See, it has connected brick in Latin. It means brick. So with this soil, the bricks can be made. Crops that are grown in laterite soil. Well, though this soil is not so fertile, but it suits to grow some special crops like tapioca, normally grows in south, cashew nut, etc. However, once again we must repeat, by using artificially, means whichever way it is possible, the canal or wells or tube wells, boring wells, whatever, by using artificially irrigation and the fertilizers, some plantations crops like coffee, tea, rubber, coconut, you know, South India is known, especially Kerala is known for coconut. So coconut, rice, ragi, and by the way, sugar cane also is possible to grow in this laterite soil. You can see this is the color of the laterite soil, and this is also, you see, in this laterite soil, can you once again identify what is the crop here grown? Can anyone say? Yes, this is sugar cane. Sugar cane is grown in the laterite soil. So with this we come to today's the end of today's lesson. Try to go through the lesson, and as I told you earlier, in the assignment PDF I'll be today onwards I'll be attaching all these texts that I have explained here, and so that it will be easy for you to go through the text as well. But then first please go through the video, then you can after that go through the text. Wish you all the best. Stay safe, stay home, but steady.